Welcome to today's video, guys, and my name's Angel, Welcome to today's video, guys, and today I'm going to show you 10 books. It's going to be 10 books that have really changed my life. Books that I've read, but these are 10 books I definitely recommend to anybody that's looking to learn something today.
Yeah. Looking at my life, I want to find the things. Wake up in the morning, saw my face, I'm in the magazine. Saw the paparazzi taking pictures, I'm on Word.
The first book I gotta recommend to you guys is definitely Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And this book explains the differences between a liability and an asset and how these things can literally just help your life and guide you to the right thing, guide you in the right direction. Because personally, I didn't know nothing about finances. I didn't know anything about assets and liabilities and stuff like that. And once I read this book, it's kind of common sense, guys. And you definitely need to pick it up. Now, the reason it's called Rich Dad Poor Dad is because he grew up with a rich dad and a poor dad. He uses an example. His friend's dad was a rich dude and he learned so much from him, and his dad was a regular dude who didn't really know about finances, and he had a lot of liabilities in his house. So he's able to give you the perspective of both a rich and a poor person, and he also offers a teen version. So if you are going to gift it to somebody, a teenager, your son, your daughter, your cousin, your uncle, whatever, he has a kid's version, he has a regular version, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I will have a link to every single one of these books down below. The next book on the list is The Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk. This book is definitely a book that everybody needs to read because he basically explains in this book, I'll give you a quick summary. Back in the day, you go to your local grocery store, you go to your local meat market. They know your order because, oh, hey, how's your wife? How's your family? How's your grandma? Because it's a whole town. Everybody knows each other. Everybody's nice to each other. And now in the age of social media, we think like we're connected with the world, but we don't really treat each other like we're a small town. And that's where it makes a difference. You start talking to people online like if they were your neighbor, if they were part of your community, thanking them and making them your friend, making them part of you, because at the end of the day, you're interacting with somebody online, and if they become part of your community, then they're going to be following you, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? So yeah, this book, Thank You Economy, definitely recommend. If you're reading the Thank You Economy, you should definitely check out Crushing It by Gary Vee. He talks about how to build a personal brand and gives you a lot of stories of different people and how they did it. It's a lot of interesting content in there. It's more kind of showing you different paths so you actually get started, because maybe we have a lot of excuses, smoke screens to prevent us to move forward. And in this book, he explains to you that some people were able to grow a fan base, grow a brand in the most obscure niches that you could ever think of. So definitely check out Crushing It by Gary Vee. The third book I recommend is The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Now, Grant Cardone, maybe he has some shady business practices, but this book is definitely something you need to pick up. I'm gonna give you a quick summary again. This book, The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, he explains that you need to 10X your work ethic and you need to 10X your goals. For example, if your goal was to make $1,000 in 2 weeks, let's say you have, how hard were you going to work to make those $1,000? The way Grant Cardone points out in this book is, in 2 weeks, your goal was to make $1,000, you should 10x that goal. So instead of trying to reach $1,000, you say, I'm going to make $10,000 in those 2 weeks, and I'm going to work 10 times harder than I was going to work for those original $1,000. So even if you don't reach that $10,000 mark, you might end up only making $7,000 or maybe $3,000 or maybe even $2,500, whatever. But you're going to be making more than your original goal, because we have this mentality that we need to shorten our visions to these attainable goals when we should be focusing, working 10 times harder, having a 10 time better vision, and your goal should be 10 times. So that's basically a basic summary. He explains it better. Definitely check out that book. Next up is A Life in Parts by Bryan Cranston. This is an autobiography. He tells the story of how he grew up, how he took a crossroad trip on his motorbike with his brother. I mean, a bunch of stories about his life. But what I really liked about this book is that he gives you an example that he didn't really become famous. He didn't really make it until he was later in his life, in his 40s, in his 50s, with Malcolm in the Middle, with Breaking Bad, and now he's a successful movie actor. But it wasn't like that for his first 30 or 40 years of his career. He was in soap operas, he was in commercials. There's a bunch of stories that give you hope that maybe you're not making it where you're at right now. Maybe you're not gonna get there in 5, 10, 15 years. But if you look at it in a long-term perspective, you are gonna get your opportunities as long as you continue to pursue your dream. And this book, if you like Bryan Cranston, because he's a great guy, check out the movie Upside with Kevin Hart, pretty good movie. Definitely check out this book, A Life in Parts by Bryan Cranston. The next book I recommend to you guys is Vlog Like a Boss by Amy Schmittauer. Now, this book is by a YouTuber. Her name's Amy. The book is about anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel, you want to start vlogging. And this book gave me confidence to start my podcast, because I was really like, man, I've been wanting to start a podcast for a while and I never really gave it a chance. And I'm already 7 episodes in with a bunch of people lined up ready to come on and just to have a conversation. And this book, definitely, I want to give her credit because it gave me confidence to just start collaborating with people, talking to people, and then just start making more content. So definitely check it out. If you want to start your own YouTube channel or you want to start your own personal brand journey, check out Blog Like a Boss. The next book I recommend is The Power of Habit by Chris Duhigg. It explains to you the things we do and why we do them. He gives an example of how Alcoholics Anonymous, everything we do is habits. When you wake up in the morning and you drink coffee, when you wake up in the morning and you take a shower, that's part of your daily habits. You created those habits. You don't just wake up and drink coffee. Maybe one day you did, and then you started doing it again and again and again. And before you think about it, you can't even go every morning without drinking coffee. And he also explains how Alcoholics Anonymous, it helps people by not making them quit the alcohol. They don't make them quit. They replace the need of them with another habit that's going to replace that old habit. So kind of basic summary is replace the bad habits with the good habits. He explains it better in the book. Definitely recommend you guys read that book. Power of Habit is going to change your life. My eyes hurt. These lights are really bright. Next in the list, we have The Reckoner series by Brandon Sanderson, and this is more of a fiction book. This is a book that I personally just like to read. And again, I just don't want to give you guys all these self-help books, and these books are going to make your life better. Maybe sometimes you need a little break and you want to pick up a good story. The Reckoner series by Brandon Sanderson. When I started this YouTube channel, I actually was doing book reviews. So if you go back 3 years ago, I have a bunch of book reviews on this channel, and one of the book series that I did was The Reckoner series by Brandon Sanderson. This book is about superheroes. There's an object that appears in the sky. It gives ordinary people superpowers. The twist of the book is that there's actually no good superheroes. Everybody that had power, they all became evil. They started ruling over the world. So now ordinary people have to live with superheroes or supervillains ruling the world. That's basically a summary of the whole series. Definitely a fun story by Brandon Sanderson, one of the best storytellers that we have working today. And then give you guys a little break, give you guys a little fiction in there. Also, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, if you haven't read that book. I also have a book review. I'll put the links to those videos in the description. Definitely check out this book if you haven't seen the movie. And if you've seen the movie, also check out Ready Player One, because there's gonna be a sequel to it, and the book, it's a lot better than the movie. Next up on the list is Ashley Vaughn's Elon Musk book, the book about Elon Musk and the real life Tony Stark, because Elon Musk is really Tony Stark in the flesh, guys. This guy and his journey of everything that he has created and his vision for the future is just incredible, guys. You guys definitely need to pick up this book. He talks about how he created PayPal, how he created Tesla, Solar City, and now he's trying to conquer Mars. He's trying to go to space. The neighbor's car, someone's breaking into the neighbor's car again. The last book I want to talk about today is Unshakable by Tony Robbins, and in this book he describes everything that you need to know about the stock market, about bonds, how to take care of your money, basically how to take control of your finances, take control of your money. If you don't know anything about finances, like most people, like I didn't know anything before I read this book. I didn't really know anything before I read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. They don't teach this stuff in school, guys. You guys need to do your own research and continue to learn, continue to evolve. So let me know in the comments below, which books do you guys recommend for me to read? And also, since I used to do book reviews, would you guys like to see more book reviews on this channel? Only if you guys want it, guys. Let me know in the comments. And also, which one of these books would you guys want to pick up? If you guys have any questions about any of these specific books that I mentioned below, let me know in the comments. I will feel free to have a conversation with you guys, as well as there's links in the description for every single one of these books if you guys want to check them out. And if you want to check them out and get one of these books for free, you could check out my audibletrial.com/worm72. It's our sponsor for this video. And Audible is one of the greatest inventions of the 21st century, guys, because now you could go to the gym, you could be driving, you could be cutting your grass, and you could be learning something, you could be listening to a story. It's just so fascinating, and AirPods, Audible, the biggest flex of 2019. Let's go. So yeah, check out audibletrial.com/worm72. Thank you guys for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, guys, so a lot of people have been asking me to do more reaction videos because I did a reaction to Blackpink. So every Sunday we're gonna have a brand new reaction video every Sunday. Every Monday will be a Coachella video. Every Wednesday will be a financial or something self-help related, like the video you're watching right now. And then the rest of the days will be random podcasts here and there. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to add book reviews into the content. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Wait. Peace.